hard to stop. Storm drops, you can get a couple storms here, but really the big deal about it is it does secure the fourth here. And we have these Mutalisks coming out, these Archons. He's got to be careful. Almost taking one hit there. He's got to be very, very careful. Rhett's Mutamicro is definitely up to par, though. He's just trying to keep this army out of the middle. JF knows if he can push in. He does have a couple Sunkens with some Hydras. I don't know how effective this is going to be, but JF is not done putting pressure on, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to push in here. This Corsair is going to get picked off. Rhett's doing a nice job doing what he can, not taking hit on those Archons. Archons do a lot of damage to Mutas, but Mutas are so much more maneuverable. They can get free hits on the Zealots here, but JF might be charging right in for the main here, and it looks like that's exactly what he's doing, running across the bridges. These Sunken Colonies can be able to hold this up fairly well. Nice Sim City here by Red. He's going to be able to slow them down, but he's going to lose both Archons to the Hydras, and now it's Mutas, versus Zealots, and the Dragoon goes down. Anti-air is at a minimum, and JF's going to have to push back. A Hydra's kill is not a good situation here. This is not a good place for JF to be. Losing your whole army is key, and really, those Hydras came out, sniped that Archon. He does have a couple more High Templars. A counterattack is going to be held to a minimum, but he does have his third base up and coming, but without an army, this third base could become a challenge to hold.
I completely agree. Protoss there almost lost his entire army. I think now Rhett's going to go on a counterattack to the third. This could really work. He has about okay, we have about 8 Hydralisks going, but he's only 6 there, so he's not going to be able to go in just yet. We're going to see what kind of harassment. I expect Rhett here to go in with his Mutalisk. Going as Mutalisk and harass here. Now we see a warping Archon. He's about to get the Archon. Yes, he's definitely going to get this Archon, see if he can get the other one, but JF has another Archon on the way. He picks off one Archon. Good job by him, and now he's probably going to back out because Archons are very dangerous against Mutalisk. But now this is giving time for JF to get cannons at that third and protect his third. So Protoss 3 base is very strong, especially you can get that third gas up for Templar. Now we see Hydros going in.
We do have this third base up and under attack here, but he's going to have to back off because he knows he's going to get surrounded. But are there any High Templars? Where are the High Templars? He needs some storms on these Hydras, but the pure number of Zealots might be enough. This Archon ain't going to do much versus the Hydras here, but these Mutas, where are those Mutas? I thought they'd be in this battle, but they are not. And here we go. These Hydras going to be able to surround these Zealots. Nice micro here from Rhett, but really there are a lot of Zealots here. But this is a situation that basically JF has to hold. If he can't hold this third, he's going to fall behind 2-4 here. And JF, he finally has this third up and running, though, and really losing that whole army early, that did hurt, but I'm surprised how well he hold. Was able to. Now he's going to put some pressure on here. When storms come out, though, this Hydras are going to fall pretty quickly, though, but only with Zealots and Archons. He's going to have to push off. He has a few High Templars in here. I think they're waiting on energy. It looks like they have about 68 energy. Need 75 for that storm, so it looks like they're going to wait. And he's going to be pushed back across the bridge here. And now this is a kind of time, though. But these third have 4 cannons here. But with a good-sized group of Hydras, that is a force that can be broke here. It does look like JF's going to push back across the bridges. He's not done putting pressure on. He has the High Templar. It should have energy now. He has plenty of energy for one storm. Rhett knows it, gathering up his army. And wow, Rhett's macro is good. Excuse me. A lot of Hydras coming out at a very, very fast rate here. And really, this is going to turn out to be a pretty exciting game. Storm placement is going to be key here. A nice storm right there. Rhett micro those back. And now he's going to be able to push him back, and as long as JF can hold this third, he doesn't care about Rhett's force so much.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to see if Rhett can get... check the upgrades here. We see 0-0 still, so he still doesn't have the plus... 2. Weapons 2 already for JF, so that's very strong. What's the upgrades? 0-0. So JF is definitely ahead in the upgrades, but I expect Rhett to be upgrading Carapace and Melee instead of range attack if he's going to go into Ultra Ling late game. I think JF needs to get up another gas, though. 4 gas is the key. Here comes another battle. Zealot's coming in. What the fuck?
Zealot's coming in here, going to be able to take some free hits, but he is going to lose his whole army there. JF's going to be in a bit of trouble, and wow, he's actually going to lose his whole army. He's going to be forced to be pushed back across the map. And yeah, you kind of stuttered, froze up. Juicebox going to have to say something about that.
That was very impressive.
All right, so basically, JF is surrounded. Sorry, Malleus is a little new to this, obviously. I'm stuttering up there. But anyways, he's going to come in with a Hydras. He's going to be able to get a pretty good surround on here. And I don't know if JF is going to... Does he have that 4th gas? No, he needs to get the 4th gas. There is no gas at the bottom left, so that's why this is going to be a key expansion. That's exactly where that drone is going. But right now, he has a lot of position on the map. Red is going to be able to hold this main base, or be able to get a lot of map control here with these Hydras. Upgrade upgrades. He has now 1 upgrade here. And basically, though, if JF can hold this third, I expect him to put some pressure on that. But right now, JF is completely contained. He's going to have to choose to break out fairly soon here. We do see the 4th base, or the 5th base here, going down for Rhett. But more importantly, that's going to be the 4th gas. And as we all know, 4-gas Zerg is a scary, scary thing in the game of StarCraft, yeah. But basically, JF is in a tough position to say the least. And Malleus, go ahead and pick it up here and try to step it up.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, sorry about that. I completely spaced what the Zerg's name was. So Rhett. Okay, Zerg is Rhett. Okay, we have JF here getting up his 4th. 4th base is going to be very scary. 4th base Protoss. I'm expecting to put down a lot more gateways pretty soon here. We have lurkers out now for Rhett. High Templar here for JF. Lurker contain can be very, very, very strong on this map, as you know. It's really hard to get across those chokes and basically get your army out. We have JF mining out that mineral patch in the back of his base, so I expect him to take the mineral only really soon. We only have a few lurkers here for a DT drop. Hold that thought. DT drop here for JF. He's going to be able to come in. It's really hard to notice this. 1 drone down, 2 drones down. I believe he's going to get a lot of drones here. 3. Okay, nice reactions. Not too bad reactions by Rhett. He notices. So 3 drones. Not that effective. Now we have another DT, but this is going to get cleaned up. So a nice attempt by JF in harassment, but Rhett is just too quick here. Now Rhett is coming in. Actually going to delay JF's 4th. So Rhett is looking at a very strong position here. I put him at the in the advantage.
Yes, we do have JF pushing across these bridges. This is a time that he has decided to make his move. He has a lot of High Templars, but he is taking a lot of Lurker hits. Kill those Lurkers, JF, before you land those storms. Nice storms. Rhett's contain has been broken, it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, here. And these Zealots coming in to clean up the force. Rhett has a large ball, though, coming back up. But it looks like, more importantly, that JF is going to get out of that hold. JF, one of my favorite Forerunner players, has made his way out of the contain. Looks like he could fight his way back in the game. That is one huge thing that you need to do, breaking a contain. One thing to note is you have to be very, very, very patient here. It's not something that you can just do immediately. You have to wait for the observers. You have to wait for the perfect unit composition before you can make that break across the bridge. But Red is looking at a very scary army. Lurkers, Lings, and some more Lurkers warping in here. But JF's army is pretty small, but I don't think it's going to be... I really don't think he's going to be able to mess with Rhett's army quite yet, just because Rhett's macro is so good. He really can pump out a huge army so quickly, but it looks like JF has chosen right now is the time. He's going for that 3rd, but hold that thought. There's a big battle going off the main. Nice storms on the Lurkers. A lot of Lurkers going down here, but these Zealots are going to get a lot of... the Lurkers are going to get a lot of free hits on those Zealots here, and he's going to have to back off, though, but I think this is enough. Rhett, use the rest of your army here. JF has not quite down taken that 4th, and this 4th gas warps in, and JF knows that's what he needs to do, but he's have good position. He's actually in the corner of here, positioning himself against the wall here so he can land appropriate storms and not get too flanked. But these Zealots are going in here to clean it up. I'm going to be able to take down the hatchery, but I don't know if it's quite worth it here. He's going to take a lot of free hits. JF desperately trying to micro these goons, but against that many Lings and that much Hydra is going to be just going to get wiped out pretty much. And these Zealots are going to get these drones, but the 4th gas will remain here. And JF has actually taken this time to get the top right going here, but that doesn't have a gas, and neither does this one has a gas, but this is going to be the harder one to hold. Maybe if he can get some, basically hold his army right there, because if he can take these 5 bases, then and Rhett doesn't do anything. But Rhett is right on this. The Zergling's coming up. We're gonna probably make that Nexus cancel, but there are Zealots on the way. He's gonna be able to hold this off here, and this Nexus, it will be canceled right there. And now we see long distance mining. He's gonna finally come here and be able to take that 4th, but Zergling's coming in, going to be able to held off here, and really, Rhett's macro is so good, he can get so many units off, and really, those DT harasses, for an average player against an average Zerg, they definitely would have done more damage.
I completely agree. Crack upgrade now up for we see a Defiler's Den. They have he has Cracklings now, and the Ultralisk Cavern coming up. So if he can have upgrades, we see the Carapace upgrade right there, and Red is putting up his 6th base, I believe. So that's another gas. He's gonna be 5 gas. This is still a very, very even game. Nice storm there by JF going across these bridges. He's gonna see if he can hold these 5 gases. This is a very, very even game. I don't know who's on top. Do you yet?
I have no idea.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, she is, really smart, but when it comes to StarCraft, not so much, to say the least here. We have a lot of storms going off on the Hydros here. He's going to be able to make a move up the map, but those observers not quite there in time, and those Lurkers are going to get a lot of free hits here. But JF doesn't quite care. If he can hold these 5 bases, he can get that 4th gas, then he's going to be in a great situation. Zerg cannot split the map right now. This is a key expansion. He has lurkers. Moving up that ramp's going to be a hard thing, but that looks like exactly what JF might be going for here. This is the key base, because if he can split the map with Rhett here, he's going to be in a great situation. And really, way to fight right here by JF. He didn't look like he was doing too good early game, but this is pretty even right now. And JF's both players have a huge